Hi there, I'm Ellen, and today I'm going to talk to you about Louis Vuitton handbag sizes. Now, if you're relatively new to Louis Vuitton handbags, it is important to understand the different sizes available across the majority of their handbag lines. So today's video, I'm going to talk about three main topics. The first one being the different sizes available across all of their styles. Secondly, some buying considerations in terms of its sizing. And thirdly, I'm going to talk about a neat and quirky way of how I remember the sizes and what they stand for. So let's get started. Now, Louis Vuitton has 4 major sizes. I'm sure they've come out with different other acronyms, but generally there is 4. So let's talk about those. The first one being the bebe, the second one being PM, the third one being MM, and the fourth one being GM. So you'll see that online on their websites, as well as in pre-loved sites, the acronyms at the end of those styles. Now the first one being bebe, and that stands for bebe bandouliere. Direct translation being baby shoulder, which stands for the smallest size handbag that they would have for a particular style. The second being PM stands for petite modele, meaning small model, second size up. The third one being moyen model, meaning the medium size. And correct me if I'm wrong, but generally that is the size that is most widely available if there are different sizes available for a particular style. And last but not least is GM, meaning grande model, meaning the largest size. Now, you'll also potentially see a fifth acronym being NM. So that generally does not stand for sizing. That actually just stands for new model, a nouveau modele, meaning that they've redesigned that particular style. An example is especially the Speedy Empreinte. So you'll see NM being the new style of their leather Speedy versus the old style they had a couple years back. Now moving on to the second point, our buying consideration given the sizing. So just a rule of thumb and things to remember by is that their sizing names are consistent across all of their styles. So you'll see, for example, an Alma PM, but you'll also see a Neverfull PM. And the PM stands for the same thing, meaning the small size. But very important to understand is that because they're saying it's a small size, because it's a different style, that drastically means the sizing, the real sizing of it could be very, very different. So I generally don't look at the sizing to dictate which size would be more appropriate for me. Generally, when I see those 2 letters at the end of a style, that just means there's another size that I could potentially look at. I would generally recommend you to look at the different dimensions for that particular style and try to see in real life what that sizing would look like in front of you. Or better yet, go to the boutique to actually see that bag in real life, because what one style of PM might not work for you might work great in another style. So to give you an example, a medium-sized bag, I'm going to show you here, is the Totally MM. So this is a tote style bag, and this is their medium size. And as you can see here, it's a well-sized handbag. It is large enough to fit a laptop. Now, even though Louis Vuitton calls this a medium size, this is also a medium size. This is called the Nouveau. This is a model that came out a few years ago, and even though there is no kind of MM, PM, GM sizing for this bag, generally people would consider this a medium-sized handbag. And as you can see, there's a broad range of what medium stands for, yes? As you can see, a bucket-style medium bag is very different from a medium-style tote bag. So in order for me to recommend you is to just go to the store, look at the sizing, and then decide which one works best for your lifestyle or what you want to use that bag for. Lastly, how is there an easy way to remember these acronyms? So Louis Vuitton is a very iconic brand, and another iconic brand in terms of sizes when I first think about is, give me a second, there is the bebe size, And then there's the PM size for your Happy Meal. Then there is the MM size for your extra value meal. And lastly, what's the fourth size? The GM, the extra value size. So, even though not quite luxury, but an iconic brand nonetheless, this is a helpful way that I remember my BB, my PM, my MM, and my GM. Now, if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you love Louis Vuitton, I'd love to hear from you. Comment on the video below, and I'll catch you the next time. See you later. Bye-bye.